You think they think that there's enough done for people with ADHD?
Oh fuck no. No, because you can't teach stupid, and you can't go up against money. And the fact is that people with ADHD are brilliant and easily manipulated.
Right.
But because we're not manipulative, we don't do that. We don't have an agenda other than, generally speaking, everyone that I've met has gone through abuse. Everyone from ADHD, who I've known through ADHD, has gone through an area of abuse, particularly in their early 20s, in which somebody has taken advantage of them repeatedly. And it happened to me quite a few times. It's happened because we're always looking for the best in people. And if someone's nice to us, just a bit, then we will do anything for them. And I think that's the problem, is that we're kind of very vulnerable by being ourselves. But because we're just, and then people kind of patronize you as well. They think you're a child. I know that my ex-girlfriend did that a lot. She was a very responsible, very mature person, a bit too serious, a bit too mature. And she's a lovely person. There's nothing wrong with her. But the reason is that, the thing is that after a while it became, and this is quite common, is that it ends up becoming almost a parenting type relationship, because you're with somebody who's more mature than you, and then they start to look down on you, and that lack of respect that you get starts to jar with you, and then all of a sudden you'll do what appears to be erratic to them because they haven't got control. And what they don't realise is that they're eventually taking control over you because you're letting them be right, not because it's easier. It's easier to let people be right than to just say, well, actually no. And then when you do say no, they don't respect you enough subconsciously to take your views on as being as important as theirs, because they think of you as this funny little kind of childish, like whatever. When actually we're not. We're fucking sharp. We're just nice when we need to be.
What I hate is that for some reason people think funny. You can't be funny and clever at the same time.
Yeah.
You can only be funny, but you're stupid.
But if you do it,
you're clever and you're boring. It's like,
It's like if you do it holding a microphone in front of a brick wall, everyone thinks you're the fucking bollocks. Then they praise you, they laugh at you, they cheer, they clap, and whatever. But if you're not standing there holding that microphone in front of that wall, then you're that twat from The Office, and it doesn't make any sense. Because you can do both. You can be both a serious journalist who's actually capable and who produces very good work, which is what I do, and also not give two shits about office politics. And apparently that's not possible.
It's because you don't conform. It's just all the
and it makes everyone
scared.
anxious. It makes them anxious. And when they're anxious, they do stupid shit. And ironically, I ended up sitting in a room full of 4 people, all of whom were going fucking batshit, threatening to fire me over a stupid quip that I made. And when I told my friends it, they were like, why have you lost 2 weeks of sleep over this? I hadn't slept for 2 weeks because of this pressure. It ruined a holiday. It ruined me as personally, because I've been accused of saying something heinous when it was obviously just me just trying to make a joke that someone didn't get. And I'm sick and tired of people who have been offended by stuff, who don't take the patience to actually have a third-party perspective because they're stuck up their own asses, to actually just appreciate it. And as soon as these fucking lefty twats, I'm not saying left, right, whatever, but as soon as these people who are very easily offended realise that they're actually the cunt, they turn around and say, oh, but I'm so aware, and they start to raise awareness. And I've heard this shit so often that it's like, no, you're a twat who is a judgmental asshole, and now you've learned that you're a judgmental asshole because you didn't hear it the fucking time that I stood there saying, I half in tears, showing you what the effects of what you do are. And you try to disassociate, and this is wrong.
I'm gonna disagree with you there.
Controversy! I do have to be somewhere else, Marlon.
Quickly. I think I told you before, the first 2 months I knew you, I didn't like you.
Yeah, because you thought I was racist.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
A bit as well.
Oh my god, a black guy!
Yeah, a bit that as well, but...
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I didn't understand you. I didn't like you for the first few months I knew you.
Wouldn't blame you.
Yeah.
I thought you were... I could feel that.
Yeah, I thought you was a twat. And I don't know, because obviously I've never met anybody like you from living for where I am. I've never met anybody who doesn't know the social boundary, who say anything to you, even though it's offensive. I was like, who is this guy? I don't get him. I don't like him.
Yeah, I've never been punched in the face. That's the weird thing.
Yeah, I remember not liking you, and I don't necessarily think that was my fault. Just not.
No,
I don't think.
It's not your fault.
I think you rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah,
you rubbed me the wrong way when we first met.
Yeah, but probably then, starting with who's this big black guy probably wasn't the best start. And I didn't know I'd done that either. I completely forgot that.
Yeah, and I was like, and that wasn't even just the main thing, but it was just like little things you would say and do that I was like, you're an asshole. And
to be fair,
and obviously now I know.
Coming from Surrey, black people kind of new to me.
But it wasn't like all racial. But I was like, oh, you're a twat. Just little things you say and did, and I was like, I didn't like you for that. But there was a changing point where I gave you the time of day. I remember.
Bless you.
Yeah, I remember. I was coming back from class one day, and then you were skipping outside randomly. I think you was trying to lose some weight.
I was trying to lose weight.
Yeah, you were
I
skipping.
love skipping.
Yeah, you were skipping outside. So I was walking into the block. And for some reason, I ended up talking to you. And for some reason, this conversation went on for hours. Me and him just talking outside the block.
We smoked a lot of weed.
Yeah, we didn't even smoke weed. We were just talking for hours.
Really?
And then I think we went to one of your friends. I think the one you call Sticky.
Ah, Sticky.
Yeah.
She doesn't talk to me anymore.
Yeah, we went to her block for some reason. You're like, oh, do you want to come? I was like, yeah, sure. I went there with you. We just ended up spending the whole entire day together. And I was like, you know what, Les is alright.
Yeah.
And then from then on, that was probably like I met you in that September 2010, and then I didn't like you until probably November. And then from then on, I was like, you know what, Les is like one of my favorite guys.
Yeah, the one you trust the most. Yeah. That's the irony. It's like I think the first people don't trust us is very predictable, but when you understand
it gave me a different perspective. When I was like, you know what, sometimes you just need to give people chances. Sometimes some people don't mean it. Once you understand somebody doesn't mean what they're doing, or they will have control of it, they're not a nasty person.
Yeah.
This is just they have no boundaries and all that.
It's the first impression thing. I think that it's one of the things.
No malice behind it, and that actually obviously it takes a while to understand that, right?
And some people don't give that person a chance. They're just like, he's a twat, and I'm done. And I've done that with many people. I'm like, he's a twat, I don't like him, and that's it. And I don't bother. But like, obviously we lived together in the same building, so I ended up running into you quite a few times and hanging out.
Hung around you because she was too clingy. No, but I think that it's the intent. Everything is about intent. It's not about action necessarily. I mean, this is the most YouTube thing we're ever going to do.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed our video. Please do like and subscribe.